Can you see the screen?
Yes, madam.
Will it move? Okay, I've opened it inside. Okay, here it is, the button. Okay, next. Yeah, great. The topic of today's session is Industry 4.0 led Curriculum 4.0. I expect you to be with me for the next 2 hours. We are going to divide the entire 2 hours into 3 parts. The first part, we are going to see Industry 4.0. In the second part, we will be seeing Curriculum 4.0. And the third one is question and answer sessions. Okay, let us start with Industry 4.0. In the chat box, please type in your PG degree subject or the department to which you belong to. Please type in I belong to computer applications. Please note down my email ID. It is tdevi@buc.edu.in. This is my official email ID. This is a good beginning. We will be together whenever you want my help on any research or on curriculum. There are nearly 265 participants here. And please type in your subject. I just want to get a feel of the background of the participants. Are you typing?
Yes, ma'am.
Please. Madam from Electrical and Electronics, Dean Madam. Shanti is from Computer Applications. Very good. Only two. Oh, can't we see the other participants' text? Only we are allowed to type. Participants, have you typed?
Ma'am, they have typed in question answers, I guess. Computer science, mathematics, commerce, like that. It has been
Yes, yes.
It has been disabled.
It is visible to you.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, chat is disabled.
Okay. Okay.
Question answers, they have posted their subjects.
Okay. You just tell me the subject names. You read it loudly just to get a feel.
Commerce.
Okay.
Commerce, mathematics, computer science, commerce, zoology, business
Good.
administration, biotechnology, computer science.
Okay. There are
EEE,
a heterogeneous group
yes,
of faculty here. So some of the slides will be too technical. Do not worry about it. I'll skip the technical slides and I'll leave a copy of my slides with the organizers so that the technology people like computer applications and electrical and electronics engineering people can dive into the detailed slides at a later point. I'll leave the copy of the slides with the organizers. Okay. Industry 4.0, if I explain what are its components, you may feel, oh, only this. But when we heard the term for the first time, we thought we never knew anything about Industry 4.0. It was way back in 2019 when then Governor of Tamil Nadu, Chancellor Banwarilal Purohit ji organized a higher education conference in the name Chancellor's Vision 2030 in Ooty for the Vice Chancellors. So our Vice Chancellor, then Vice Chancellor Professor Kaliraj sir, called me and said, try to prepare some slides on Industry 4.0. You know, we thought it is a very new term and we went and looked at what are its components. When you look at the Industry 4.0, like this is a conference, Chancellor's Vision 2030, Innovating Education in the Era of Industry 4.0. It is in December 2019, 2 days conference in Raj Bhavan, Ooty. And this is where our journey started, a wonderful journey, really. So when you look at the first industrial revolution, it is about steam engine and water, power of steam engine and water. And then the second industrial revolution is about electricity is the key driver. where mass production, industrial production happened. So the first one is steam engine. The second one is electricity. The third industrial revolution started when computers were introduced, information technology, and internet was entering into the picture. The fourth one is completely digital revolution. Industry 4.0 is about technology and human capacities combined in an unprecedented way through all smart systems, artificial intelligence, smart factories, self-learning algorithms, self-driving cars, human-machine interconnection, big data analytics, cloud computing, and so on. This is fourth. So steam engine, electricity, information technology, and digital revolution using the digital components. What are the digital components? Industry 4.0 components. If you look at Industry 4.0 tries to develop everything in a smart way. Smart city, smart system, smart factory, okay, smart traffic. So all these things are possible through these components. Which one? Internet of Things, IoT, artificial intelligence, augmented reality, cloud computing, cybersecurity, big data, mobile computing. These are the various components or tools of Industry 4.0. It is all about digital transformation in order to take every business unit to the global world. So the key word is globalization. Intelligent information society, digital transformation, and globalization are the key words behind Industry 4.0, and these are the components. We call it as IoT, Internet of Things, Industrial Internet of Things, IIoT, artificial intelligence, augmented reality, cloud, and so on. Now, computer science people will be very well aware of artificial intelligence and big data. And Internet of Things, electronics and electrical people will be aware about Internet of Things. But we will see a bit of introduction on each one of these. The first one, Internet of Things. See, Internet. Okay, when I say international sports, that means between nations. International means between nation. Internet means between net. What is the net? Usually in computer technology, net represents network of computers. So you will have a desktop in one place. You will have another lab containing 40 desktops. You will have a staff room. So this staff room computer is connected with the lab. The lab of computer applications is connected to the lab of bioinformatics. So campus network. We have WAN, wide area network, WAN, and so on. So here, internet. So it is a connection among the network, and the network edges are not computers. It may be anything. It is a network of anything. You may have a mobile. You may have your smart fridge. You may have a smart alarm system of your house. You may have a smart TV. So the thing may represent a TV or a fridge or your mobile or your laptop or your iPad or your tab. It may be anything which is digitally connected. So net of anything, Internet of Things. Now, if you look into the definition, Internet of Things is the network of physical objects that contain embedded technology to communicate and sense or interact with their internal states or the external environment. So it is a network of physical objects like phone, laptop, fridge, TV, your car, smart car, that contain embedded technology that will talk to each other, that will communicate with each other using sensors. So they sense or interact with their internal states of the states or the external environment. Say, for example, these things are starting to talk to each other and develop their own intelligence. Imagine a scenario where your meeting was pushed back 45 minutes. Your car knows it will need gas to make it to the train station. Fill-ups usually take 5 minutes. There was an accident on your driving route causing a 15 minutes delay or detour. Your train is running 20 minutes behind the schedule. All these signals will be connected to the alarm, and this will become communicated to your alarm clock, where the alarm clock will allow you to sleep extra 5 minutes, because 20 minutes behind schedule and a 50 minutes detour and a 45 minutes pushed back the meeting. All these things, equipments will talk to your mobile phone, and the alarm in your mobile phone will allow you to take extra 5 minutes for the sleep. So as you see here in this diagram, okay, you have the climate. Okay, we can sense the climatic condition on the left. You have a digital computer, you have a smart home, you have a smart vehicle, you have a digital book. Okay, and you have an animal which will have something tied around its neck, which will be digitally saying where is the location of the animal as on the date, and the pollution that emanates out of the factory. So smart factory, smartphone, and so on. Okay, all these things can be connected using Internet of Things. How? Okay, if you look at the evolution of Internet of Things, earlier, before Internet came into existence, how did we communicate to each other? Through SMS. It is a fixed mobile telephone calls. Then came emails, www, World Wide Web, where we got emails. Okay, and then Web 2.0, where we have e-commerce. Now, if you look at the social media, how do we communicate? Using Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, you name, there are n number of social media which connects the people, Internet of People. So up to this, it is mostly about the people. Now it is moving towards devices, objects, data, machine to machine. So identification and locating a machine, tracking it, monitoring it, metering it, automating it, and pay as per use, and so on. Okay, and data plays a very, very important role. If you look at the IoT applications, the sensors, Internet of Things may be applied to build a smart home. Smart home. Say in a home, the lights may be connected. Okay, and smart fridge, smart door lock, smart thermostat, and smart wearables. Okay, smart glasses, activity tracker, smart watch. You can build smart city. When you rush for the airport to catch a flight, when you are standing in front of the signals, suppose if you take in Coimbatore, there is Avinashi Road, where you have at least 8 signals that you have to cross to reach the airport from the middle of the Coimbatore city center. In the 8 signals, if you are wasting 2 to 3 minutes, 8 into 2, minimum 16 minutes, maximum 24 minutes you are wasting. And when you are really delayed to check in, then how to optimize the traffic so that you will always have a green signal in the Avinashi Road, so that 16 to 24 minutes will be saved for you. That is possible by connecting all the signaling stations and by analyzing the traffic. Okay, so smart cities can be built using smart parking and smart trafficking, smart waste management, and so on. Okay. See, one of my faculty member, her name is Dr. Bhuvaneshwari. She was driving a two-wheeler, and there was a paper from the dustbin which flew in the air, and it came and hit on the two-wheeler driver. So she thought, when the dustbin on the road is 75% full, if there is a signal that is sent to the municipality to collect the dust from that dustbin, then these papers will not overflow the dustbins. How can this be done? You imagine a dustbin with a lid. We already use the dustbins. Just you press using your feet, the like the lever in the front, it will automatically open and close the lid. Imagine at the bottom of the lid of the dustbin, you attach a sensor. What is the sensor? It should be a proximity sensor that will measure the distance between the lid and the dust level. Okay. Depending on the distance measured, it can decide and give a signal to the mobile phone of the driver who drives the van that collects the waste from the dustbin. So once it is 75% full, the sensor at the bottom of the lid of the dustbin will send a signal to the mobile phone of the driver, to the vehicle. Okay. So all this is possible through sensors. Smart grid, okay, for electricity metering, industrial internet. So if you look at the industry within the shop floor, n number of devices can be connected to decide on the supply chain management, logistics, and so on. Connected cars, okay, remote car control, connected health. See, we hear quite often, yesterday somebody got a heart attack and today he's no more. You know, this ailment may be inside, it may not be visible outside, and all of a sudden a patient gets affected. So imagine you have a small chip that is always reading your blood pressure, sugar level, and so on, and that is connected to the doctor. Okay, so rather than having a drastic attack, whenever it is slightly varying, the doctor will be given a information and the doctor will advise you to immediately get to the hospital and so on. So connected health is possible. And smart retail, okay, the basket, online basket will decide what items you will buy for provisions in that week. Smart supply chain, smart farming, all these are possible because of IoT. So which sectors use the IoT? Manufacturing, transportation, retail, science and technology, IT and communication, education, healthcare, energy, construction, agriculture. You name a sector, everywhere IoT will be useful. See, why these IoT and smart devices are this popular? If you look at the number of devices per person in the early days, it was like 0.08 at the bottom. Okay, in 2000, somewhere in 2000, the number of devices per person was less than 1. Like world population was 6.3 billion. There were 500 million connected devices. But if you look at 2045, there will be 4 devices per person. Now itself you have a mobile phone, you have a laptop. And when you go to office, you have a desktop. Some people use iPad or tab. So easily, some people use 2 to 3 mobile phones. So the number of devices per person is increasing. So they should automatically talk to each other. Okay, I was copying the PowerPoint slides from my desktop onto my computer. If they can talk, and if I say in my voice, okay, to the computer, I have a session to Ahmed University at 7 p.m. My computer should automatically pick up the files. That is possible through IoT. If you look at the IoT technology, I will not get into too much of details because there are non-technical people also. On the user front, you have the integrated application like green building, smart transport, smart environmental monitoring, smart grid that controls the electricity. So for the integrated application, IoT forms the base. So below the integrated application, the layer is information processing, where the data from various sources are collected and processed, mined, and the data has to be secured. And then you have to have networks like wide area network, vehicular ad hoc networks, VAN, LAN, internet, and so on. And at the bottom are the devices which has the sensors. The other technical people can look at this slide by collecting the file from the organizers. Okay. Yeah. If you go to the electronics and look for what are the types of sensors that are available in the market. See, if some of you are interested to know more details about the sensors, just note down the name Saravana Electricals. Saravana Electricals is the keyword. Saravana Electricals, Coimbatore. Just give it. Their website gives a detailed information about the sensors and their functionalities and their limitations. To measure the temperature, you have a temperature sensor. You have the RFID signal. See, and you can read the RFID code. You can read the barcode. Proximity sensor. I was mentioning, no, there will be a lid for the dustbin. At the bottom of the lid, you attach the proximity sensor. It will measure the distance between the dust and the lid. And once that becomes shortened, that shows that the box is full, it will inform the garbage collector. There is a vision sensor, there is a gyroscope sensor, compass sensor, tilt or acceleration sensor, sound sensor, touch sensor, and light sensors. These are the various sensors that are available in the market. Apart from that, IoT plays a very important role in the medical field. Biosensors and biosignals. Okay, type of biosignal, electrocardiogram, ECG. The sensor is chest electrodes are the sensors. So the electrical activity of the heart can be represented in a continuous waveform, which shows the contraction and the relaxation of the cardiac cycle. So there is a blood pressure sensor, there is a respiration rate sensor, so blood glucose sensor, heart sound sensor, and body movement sensor, and EEG, which measures the brain activity, electroencephalogram. These are all the biosensors that are there, and the biosignals can be studied. So IoT plays a very important role in medical field. Apart from this, you will have Arduino devices. You will have microcontroller platforms using which you can embed the applications. So Arduino is a board. Arduino is an electronic programmable board, and this will behave like a computer, and you can sense the sensor data through this. Accepts analog and digital signals. No extra hardware is required to load a program into the controller board. There are varieties of Arduinos available: Arduino Nano, Arduino Uno, and Arduino Mega, and so on, depending on the capacity of the storage and the processing, the memory, and so on, clock speed. So the development cycle of an embedded program using Arduino is like edit, compile, upload, run. Edit, compile, upload, and run. There is another device which costs somewhere around 4,000 to 5,000 rupees. It is called Raspberry Pi. It is a credit card sized single board computer developed in the UK. this can function equivalent to a computer. It is just a credit card size, but it can function like a CPU. See, cloud technology, if you would have heard about this, a cloud is available anywhere at any point of time, okay, omnipresent. And the cloud services are used as per the pay-per-use model. Like, suppose if you are a working professional, you want to own a car, you have to spend for a medium level car 5 to 7 lakhs rupees. Rather than owning the car, you can just use Ola or Uber and you can reach the destination. So that is, you are paying for the hours of service that you used to get transmitted from one place to the other. That is like rental basis. So in a similar way, rather than owning the server, rather than owning a huge terabytes of storage space, you can just rent it. You can just go and pay the rent, and or you can use it for 2 hours, and per hour you can pay certain amount. So you need not waste your money in maintenance of the server and the storage. So in cloud computing, you have platform as a service, PaaS, platform, and then software as a service. And then you have PaaS, SaaS, another one is IaaS, infrastructure as a service. Here, sensing as a service model is available in cloud. So the sensors will function, they will sense the data, and it will be pushed on to the cloud, and it can be downloaded to the other end. So sensing as a service model in cloud technology will be useful for IoT implementation. See, note down this website and try to look at it whenever your time permits. HTTPS thingspeak.com. ThinkSpeak, it allows you to collect, store, and sensor data in the cloud and develop Internet of Things applications. It works with Arduino, Raspberry, MATLAB, and so on. ThinkSpeak, it is a data aggregation and analytics platform. It is connected with smart devices, so it collects the sensor signals, and the sensor data will get analyzed using MATLAB. Collect, analyze, act on that. Pervasive healthcare. The doctor may be anywhere. Like yesterday, I saw a video where in my WhatsApp, if time permits, I'll show it to you. It said a doctor from a foreign country is operating a patient using augmented reality. Using augmented reality. That is possible and feasible because of the technology. So pervasive healthcare uses RFID for patient tracking and remote monitoring of the patient. Telemedicine. Telemedicine is using the digital technology to connect the doctor and the patient through video conferencing, or it might be teleconferencing, and the patient will explain the symptoms, the doctor will advise. And from a remote, the health can be monitored. Imagine the soldiers standing at the border of our country and saving us. You know, using telemedicine, they are given the prescription. And you know, there are textiles in which sensors are embedded, which will create the heat and keep the soldiers very warm in a cold environment. And if it is a hot environment, it will keep them cool also. So sensors are used to look after the health of the soldiers at the border. Artificial intelligence, as the name implies, it is artificial intelligence. Intelligence, it comes from knowledge. You gain the knowledge. Whenever there is a problem that is to be solved, you apply the knowledge and you gather such knowledge, and at a point of time, you become very intelligent. Now here, making the machine to behave like human is artificial intelligence. Infusing the intelligence into the machine is called as artificial intelligence. How is that done? Using machine learning techniques. Machine learning technique is said to learn from experience with respect to some class of task and a performance measure P. This is the fundamental definition from Tom Mitchell in 1997 for machine learning. The performance at task in the class as measured by P improves with experience. Now that experience is given through supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. There are various types of learning techniques. The supervised learning algorithms are classification and regression. Unsupervised learning algorithms are clustering algorithms. Deep learning, the name deep refers to the more number of layers in the network. The more deeper the network, the accuracy will be more. Deep learning is a type of machine learning in which a model learns to perform classification on images, text, and sound. It is any learning is using neural network architecture. Deep learning is usually implemented using a neural network. The deep refers to the number of layers in the network. The more the layer, the deeper the network. Usually, the traditional neural network contains only 2 to 3 layers, while deep learning will have more than 100 layers in it. Why deep learning? In order to improve accuracy, and they can outperform the humans at classifying the images. Like Amazon Echo uses the voice controlled assistant, and Google Home. Okay, and you just call Amazon Alexa and say, I like music of so and so or song by so and so. It will automatically go and find for you. See, this is input layer on the left, output layer on the end. This is first layer, one layer, second layer, in between dot, dot, dot. A deep neural network combines multiple nonlinear processing layers operating in parallel. How the neural network emerged is by looking at the biological nervous system of a human being. They have imitated and simulated it. So input layer, output layer, and there are several hidden layers. IBM Watson is an example for artificial intelligence system. It answers various questions based on natural language processing. Google self-driving car, Waymo LLC, is a self-driving technology. Waymo is the original project of Google. Self-driving cars are already available, but the road conditions should be ready to accept those things. New flexible robots are redrawing the boundaries about what kinds of work can be automated. Augmented reality. How many of you have heard about HoloLens? By wearing this HoloLens, you can simulate any real-time environment. Say, just an example, HoloLens can now simulate childbirth to train medical students. Okay, VR headset. Please go and Google on HoloLens. Microsoft glasses and Google headset. Very interesting thing, which is going to change the field of education. Education through gamification is coming up like anything. Okay. In future, the students want experiential learning. They don't want to, like this monotonous lectures will not help the students to gain anything new. Like if you make them to experience, if you take them to that world through either gamification or through extended reality systems, then it will be easier to understand. So augmented reality is changing the world nowadays. It is the digital information, usually visual perception, synchronized with objects and places in the physical world around the user. Say I'm sitting here. The Ahmed University Dean, Dr. Shashilata, is in her house or in her office. Using the augmented reality, one will be in the real world, physical world, the other one will be virtual world. But to the third person, it will look as if both are really meeting in the physical world. One is in the virtual, another one is physical, but to the third person, it will look as if both are in the same place in a single physical world. That is possible through augmented reality. The software that is used to build augmented reality is Unity and Unreal. Unity and Unreal. You know, SOP. SOP, we will say statement of purpose. No. Standard operating procedures. When an engineer joins an organization, in order to operate any machine, he has to read through standard operating procedure manual. The same thing, if you give it in a soft copy, the PDF file may be 9 pages. Whereas he can wear the augmented reality glasses and he will be like given instruction through voice to operate the machine and learn in augmented reality. The environment will be simulated using a head-mounted and handheld devices so that he will learn that within 5 to 7 minutes. Rather than going through 9 pages of PDF file, which will take at least 20 minutes to 30 minutes, in 5 to 7 minutes, he can learn the operating procedures of a machine. That is possible through augmented reality. You search for BBox Studios, Mr. Prasad, he is an expert on augmented reality. You look at this, there is a tab here in the first picture. In the tab is just shown there, and the software that is built inside will show the name of the plant automatically. So the real picture is the plant leaves. Okay, the augmentation is the text, the biological or botanical name of the plant that is embossed on it. Okay. Similarly, the doctor is looking at an X-ray and then it shows the functioning of the heart of the patient. You are in a shopping mall. This is at the bottom. You are in a shopping mall. You are just using the augmented reality software. It says the cafe is here. See, even the hidden shops will be shown there. The name of the shops or the content in the shop will be shown there. AR and VR are useful in medical field, in the health field a lot. Okay. It is becoming a very favorite within the healthcare industry for medical training. Microsoft HoloLens, which costs about 2 to 3 lakhs, is increasingly being the go-to device. The devices are a little bit costlier. I think Samsung is developing a similar device and it is trying to cut down the price. Once it cuts down, then augmented reality will pick up like anything. See, this is a glass. You wear this glass will operate on Windows 10 platform. And you keep the head straight. You can look at your office, what they are doing in your office. You turn your head 10 degrees, you can see your home, which is digitally connected, and you can see what is happening in your home and so on. So like that, you can program, and you will be in that world. So Unity is the software, okay? And Visual Studio is used. Mostly C# programming is done. C# is the programming language that is used to develop the augmented reality software. See, if you wear this HoloLens and see the animal picture, you will feel as if the animal is just standing next to you. Multiple sensorial channels, visual, auditory, tactile, will be made available through virtual reality. So you will be taken to a world where you will be completely controlled by the computer graphics simulation, human imagination. There are good websites, links that are given. You can just go and see them. Okay. Let me see, you are driving a car in a busy road. On either side, you see the buildings. But if you wear augmented reality glasses, it will say what is inside that building. Say, for example, on the left top, it says office space. So here is some office space. And then it will say there is a coffee shop. Okay. You are driving in the car. You need not get down the car. But if you want to know the details about the buildings and the places, that will be automatically available in your glasses in front of your eyes so that you can read. Cloud computing, it is service-based architecture, pay for usage, infrastructure as a service, software as a service, platform as a service. So infrastructure, you can provide hardware, firewall, and say servers as a service. Software, say ERP packages, say like any software that is developed, it can be given for rental basis. That is software as a service. Platform, the operating system will be provided as a service. Amazon Web Services provide cloud computing. See, when you move the data into the digital world, then there is every chance that it may be copied, it may be tampered. So how to avoid tampering of data? That is possible by building good cybersecurity systems. The world needs millions of cyber warriors. Cybersecurity skill set is most needed but not available. We started MSc Cybersecurity 2 years ago, and it is a successful course, but it is very difficult to get experts. Industrial experts are very less in number and very difficult to get their time to teach to the students. Information need to be secured. The hardware system need to be secured. And we use encryption and decryption algorithms for securing the data and the system. You might have heard about big data analytics, big data frameworks. See, the data may be huge. It is not only in size, but also in variety. Suppose if I have a text data, and if I have a image data, a graphics data, and I have a video data, I want to combine the three and make an analysis. It is not easy and it is not feasible at this point of time without big data. So when the data is of different variety, then the problem is very challenging. So the big data has various dimensions: volume, huge volume of data, the velocity, the speed with which the data accumulates. Say, for example, if you go and see your Gmail, at some point it will say your mailbox is full. Okay. You may have more junk mails, but the velocity with which you get all advertisement and other details is huge. The variety, the variability in the data, the veracity, visualization, the value. Okay. These factors contribute to big data. The various big data frameworks are Hadoop, R, Pig, and Hive. There are commerce teachers here who are attending this program. For commerce teachers, I'll give you two keywords. Please go and Google and find cloud commerce. Cloud commerce is one interesting area which is coming up like anything. And big data analytics in financial services. Just look for Finalytics. The keyword is Finalytics. So Finalytics, cloud commerce are two interesting areas. If you venture into this and if you become a master or an expert in this area, you can be in the field for the next 20 years. You can win the field like anything. So in data analytics, statistics form the base, mathematics and statistics form the base. The statistical inference out of the data analysis is very, very important. And data visualization, Tableau is a software that is used to picturize the results in the form of graph and so on. Okay. Mobile app development is coming up like anything. So Android programming, emulators, responsive web applications. Responsive web application is when you develop the web application, it may run on a desktop, it may run on your laptop. But the same web application, if you run on a mobile, the screen may not be neat. So you develop one program using which the same web application will run on a desktop, laptop, and a mobile small screen also. Such type of programming languages or application are responsive web application. They will respond to any type of, any size of the device. Okay. Now, before going to the next part, I want to make something clear here. Okay. So in Industry 4.0, we started with IoT, then we moved on to AI, then we moved on to cloud, then big data, mobile, so many buzzwords. How to align these things? One second. How to align these things? You look at the input data is gathered directly from sensors. So the sensors, IoT comes as an input device. Okay. The processing happens using various algorithms like artificial intelligence. If the data is huge, then we use big data and cloud to store the data, big data analytics to analyze the data, or artificial intelligence, machine learning to analyze the data. When you actually give the output in a visualized form, then you will use augmented reality. Okay. Input is IoT devices, the storage of data, cloud, and the algorithms or the methodology to analyze the data analytics tools, and artificial intelligence algorithms like machine learning algorithms and so on. And the output, the user has to have an experience of the output. So augmented reality will be used to picturize the output. Okay. Apart from all these technological skills, the future student should have critical thinking. The industries do not need rote learners. That is routine mugging up of things. They want people who will solve a given problem within the shortest time with team working skills. Okay, who will solve the problem in a smart way quickly. Critical thinking, people management, emotional intelligence. See, it's not like going and extracting work from your team or from your subordinates. You have to build a relationship. You have to understand their emotions. Without understanding the emotions, if you force the people to do, you may get that work done, but in the long run, you may not be a good leader. So the emotional intelligence is very, very important. Critical judgment, negotiations, which work is important, which work can be done at a later date. How do you negotiate with people to get their time and to get their efficiency? And cognitive flexibility, learning flexibility, knowledge production and management. These are the skills that are needed for the future generation. The future world is going to be VUCA, VUCA. What is VUCA? It is volatile, it is uncertain, it is complex and ambiguous. VUCA, volatile, uncertain, complex world, and it is very ambiguous. If you look at the jobs in 2030, what will be the job? See, if you look at the jobs that are available in the industry, in the data analytics field, those data engineers, data cleaners, collecting the data, cleaning the data is the biggest process. If you are applying for NAC or NIRF, when you collect the data and if you look at, the data may not be compatible. The data may not be correct. I collect data from 39 departments in Bharatiya University for NIRF ranking on admissions. And we have a separate section under registrar section, which gives me the consolidated data. When I match the two, always there will be a slight discrepancy. Okay, the department might have subtracted the students who have left after joining the course, after 10 days of joining the course and so on. This section might not have just updated the data and so on. So this jobs that are available in the data analytics industry as of today were not available 7 years ago. So it is very difficult to predict what jobs will be available 8 years or 10 years from now. When we were asked to, I have to thank at this point my former Vice Chancellor, Professor P. Kaliraj sir, who asked me, look at jobs 2030. He said this in 2019 and 2020 beginning. In January, he said, look at jobs 2030. We were searching all over. We could not find for nearly 6 weeks. I was giving that work to my scholars and to my subordinates. And suddenly on one fine day, my chancellor is asking, we are unable to get it. Let me sit down and search for it. I spent 3 hours in searching for a good article on jobs 2030. I came across this McKinsey Global Institute's latest report, Jobs Lost, Jobs Gained, Workforce Transition in a Time of Automation 2030. Okay, this actually opened up our ideas. So they said automation and artificial intelligence will drive the world in 2030. Cars will drive themselves. So I'll call an Ola or Uber. A car will come in front of my house. There won't be any driver. Okay, I'll just sit inside the car. I'll use my voice or I'll type on my mobile the destination. The car will start driving itself. That is going to be the future. Machines that will read X-rays. So doctors' intelligence and knowledge will be captured and machine learning algorithms will convert them. So the machines will read the X-rays of the patient and help the doctor in making the decision. Algorithms that respond to customer service inquiries. Okay. Say today, for example, I want to choose a good university for my son who is completing BE and who wants to do something in 3D animation. We are searching all over. We are not getting good supporting evidences to choose a university. Whereas if there is an algorithm which can Google and get the ranking of various colleges and universities, and based on the infrastructure and the faculty and other things, if it can rate it, it will add a big value. So in future, we will have algorithms that will respond to customer service inquiries. Please note down this interesting evidence. McKinsey's Global Institute's latest report, Jobs Lost, Jobs Gained, Workforce Transition in a Time of Automation. Very interesting thing. I think it runs to 300 pages, which you can spend at least next 2 years in researching on it. So the next few slides are from that McKinsey report, which says automation, performance gains versus labor substitution. If I automate the activities of oil and gas industry, how it can be automated? One small thing is oil, okay, and gas pipes are laid beneath the floor. Okay, you can hear about here and there oil leakage, gas leakage, okay, and it affects the various places, sometimes in ocean, sometimes on the road. So you can put IoT sensors that will detect and predict the oil leakage or the gas leakage below the ground level through the pipes, and it can inform us earlier. So if that can be, the automation can be applied in oil and gas industries. So 85% of performance gains and 15% of the labor will be substituted by machines. In the retail industry, grocery stores, 32% can be 32% performance gain. Healthcare, 30%, because doctors more are needed. So if you look at the automation, it can provide more gain in oil and gas and in redesign and new development of automobiles like cars and other automobiles. In the pharma industry, in the research and development, 96% performance gain. In the marketing, in the digital marketing field, 90% of. So there are commerce teachers, there are management teachers. So digital marketing is one area which can be automated very well. And if you look at the jobs, okay, jobs of the future, okay, the care providers, see the age of the people will increase. People will live for longer time. So more old age people will be there. So look at this tabulation. In the last column, it says India. Care providers like doctors, nurses, therapists, health supporters, childcare workers, health technicians. The health technicians who will operate the technical machine or the technology that will help the doctors, and they will assist the doctors. Community and no, this is not the one. You look at the dark blue on the last column under India, 100 or more percentage of increase change in the jobs of the future, like care providers. Okay, educators, school teachers, post-secondary teachers. See, if you look at education cannot be easily automated. We need the human beings like school teachers, post-secondary teachers, other education professionals, education support workers in India more. Okay, and if you look at the last column, there is a dark blue here. Technology professors like computer engineers are needed more. And then construction workers are needed more. So jobs 2030, the McKinsey report predicted that the medical, like doctor, nurses, health support, and health technicians, and the education field and computer engineers and construction workers, they are more in demand. The jobs will be more in this area. So even if you are a technology teacher, try to focus your work on the pharma or the healthcare sector. It will add a big value in the long run. Jobs of the future. It has given for other countries also. So based on all this, okay, we have come out with a framework, Bharatiyar Education 4.0 framework, where faculty forms the base. Faculty forms the base, okay, and infrastructure on this side, student on this side, research curriculum. If you take faculty, we have to train the faculty with induction programs, professional development programs. We have to expose them to the industrial developments latest. We should help them in training them on e-content development. We should skill them for the global competency and global reachability and global recognition. Okay. For students, we have to provide blended learning, and we have to train them to solve the complex problems. And, lifelong learning interest has to be given to them. Cognitive skill development, you should give them international exposure, because it is like regional skills need to reach global level. So international exposure need to be given to them, because tomorrow if they go and join an MNC, and if they are given a project to go around the world and to solve a problem, suddenly they will be left alone. So when they are a student in your college itself, they should be given some international exposure. Placement training need to be given. Lifelong learning, importance of lifelong learning need to be taught to the students, and the uncertainty handling skills need to be given. See, like as a mother, I felt we have to push our children to new environment in the school itself, so that they will be ready to face the world. I was very comfortable in Coimbatore in Bharatiyar University, but I wanted to give a better exposure to my children. So I took them to Delhi for 3 years. I took up a job in Delhi, and they were put in a new environment. And that gives a lot of courage for the children when they come into the industry to face the team and so on. So we have to create such an environment to the students within the college or within the university, so that they will have 1 semester here, 1 semester in a foreign country, and so on. Infrastructure, the existing infrastructure are not sufficient. We have to have smart classrooms, open source learning portals, digital content development platforms, education through gamification, enterprise resource planning, digital transformation experiencing center, digital placement training center, digital skill assessment center. The kind of jobs that the students get when they have the talent. See, there is a college called PSG College of Technology, where they teach embedded systems. A student in ME embedded system, the best student, got a job in Qualcomm chip manufacturers for a package of 34 lakhs per annum. See, 34 lakhs is a salary which even a professor and head of a government university hasn't yet reached. But a youngster at the age of 23 is starting his starting his career with such a salary. Another student in embedded systems, she has got a package of 23.5 lakhs per annum. Okay. In Western Digital, which manufactures storage devices, SanDisk, R&D, backend R&D. When the students are with so much of potential, okay, and there are students who need to be pushed and who are to be given something extra to reach up to that height. Curriculum development for Industry 4.0, which I'll be covering in the next half an hour, will open up your eyes. So industry components inside UG PG courses need to be imparted. like taking a half-baked project in an industry, giving it to a team of students in the class and asking them to understand and then complete it. Cross-border education, certificate. Nowadays, most of the colleges and universities have opened up like credits for the online Swayam courses and Coursera courses. So certificate programs, skilling for global competency are the need of the hour. This is a framework that we have developed, and this is published in our 5th book. So a good beginning leads to a good ending. There are 2 YouTube videos at the bottom, which you can click and see, which talks about how augmented reality is done. If time permits, we will see these things at the end. Okay. Now we will go to the curriculum. I'll just open up the PPT, please wait. Industry 4.0. Screen. One second, I'm just editing a slide. I'll just leave that to you now. It's just saving. The file cannot be saved because the file is loaded. 1 second. Okay, I'll just show it like this. Okay, 1 second. Share screen. Please note down, we have come out one fine day, our Vice Chancellor wanted to buy a book on Industry 4.0. We were 3 professors went around Coimbatore and Chennai bookshops in 2020 January, and we could locate only one book on Industry 4.0 by Springer. that was on online digital sale, and it was from England, and it'll take 3 weeks to reach India. That was the situation. Only one book on Industry 4.0. At that time, we went empty-handed to the new vice chancellor, who was only 4 months old then on our campus. We went and told, we went to Hickenbotham's, to any Chitra bookstore, local bookstore. We could not trace one book on Industry 4.0 in Chennai and Coimbatore. So we felt very sorry that we could not buy a book for the vice chancellor when he wanted one. He wanted to present that book to Mr. Banwarlal Purohitji, then governor, chancellor of Bharatiya University. We felt very sorry when the vice chancellor wanted to gift one. As professors, we could not locate one. And we said, there is no book available. Immediately the vice chancellor said, why don't you write a book? I literally loudly laughed, saying that I'm a busy HOD. Where will I find time to write the book? I laughed, but he stood up from his chair. So immediately we all stood up. He said, I'm not joking. I'm very serious. And during the pandemic period, he called us and he said, get the permission by writing a note order to the vice chancellor and start sending letters from the registrar calling for chapters. This was during March pandemic period, 2020. And we got 135 chapters from the faculty members and industrial experts, out of which some 5 books emanated, and they are very good. Please note down this slide, which talks about the books. And I want to introduce these books were on artificial intelligence and IoT, big data, and augmented reality, whatever we discussed, and Industry 4.0 technologies for education, like teacher education, kind of what tools can be used within the classroom, what tools can be used to assess the students, what digital tools can be used by the learners, and so on. Now, these books were, out of the 5 books, 4 books were already released, and they are all published by Taylor and Francis. To write a book proposal to Taylor and Francis itself is like a 6 months research. They don't accept that easily. So Taylor and Francis USA has published all the 5 books. 4 are already published. 5th one, you can, it is getting released on 9th December, the ebook has been released. On 27th, the textbook is going to be released. All these books are written in a fashion that they can be used as textbook for UG and PG. Okay. And these books were released by our Honorable Governor, Mr. Ravi sir, in March 2022 at Bharatiya University, when there was an Association of Indian Universities conference by the then President, Professor Thiruvasagam sir, and then Vice Chancellor, Professor Kaliraj, and the current Registrar in Charge, Dr. Murugaveli. Now, please note down a website, b-u.ac.in, b-u.ac.in /I4E. I was trying to type it in the PowerPoint. It is hidden at the bottom. Okay, I've just put it in the text. Okay, I request one of the panelists to transfer it to the participants. b-u.ac.in, that is Bharatiya University website, /I4E. Please transfer this to the participants, the information. Okay, you go to that website, you will see all the at least one good chapter from the book freely available. There are order forms which will permit you for 30% of discount on the books. Each book costs somewhere around 8,000 to 12,000 rupees. And based on that only, we have framed the syllabus, curriculum 4.0. Okay. And we have come out with an article, Disruptive Reforms in Global Higher Education with Bharatiya University as a Model. This article is also available in that website, b-u.ac.in. Okay. Now let us just go for the curriculum. Stop the sharing. Yes. I'll just show you the curriculum. So I've just made a quick slide for you. www.b-u.ac.in/I4E. Industry 4 for education. This is the website. You try to go to that website and see. Stop shot. Have you noted it? Hope you have noted it down. Okay, that is one. Now let us go to curriculum. Inbox. Yes. Share screen, PowerPoint. Downloads. Curriculum 4.0 is making a big impact in the educational institutions. We have introduced this in Tiruvallur University, Bharatiya University, already right from 2021. I thank the former Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Colonel Professor Dr. P. Kaliraj, Registrar in Charge, Dean CDC, Dr. Lavlina, who helped us in implementing it. Our faculty members of Department of Computer Applications, experts in big data and cybersecurity, AI, have helped a lot. And there are various authors all over Bharatiya University and from industries like Virtusa, IBM, Vice President, they have helped us in contributing the chapters for Industry 4.0. The scholars of the department have contributed chapters along with the guides. The technical staff and the staff helped us in the official procedures. See, in innovating education in the era of Industry 4.0, we have to ensure students get the state-of-art technology-based education, and the institution achieves sustained academic excellence. The faculty have to be excellent with the state-of-art knowledge. We have to achieve excellence in research and scholarship. International opportunities and experiences need to be given to the students, and the staff, not the teaching staff, even the non-teaching staff should have a sustained excellence, and the governance and the management should be excellent. And the institution should attract students from diverse areas, from various states and various countries, and we have to honor the students when they achieve something. Okay, already I've mentioned about the components of Industry 4.0. On 19th April 2020, Bharatiya University mentioned that we are preparing the new syllabus, and we prepared it in September 2020 and we started implementing. Here you have commerce teachers, management teachers, and technology teachers. Introduction to Industry 4.0 can be introduced to all departments. A subject on Introduction to Industry 4.0. This Introduction to Industry 4.0 will talk about, say, an introduction to artificial intelligence, introduction to big data, an introduction to augmented reality, and some applications of these things in the various sectors. This can be introduced to all departments. Big data analytics plays a very important role. Big data and data analytics, commerce, social science, management, social work. You know, business analytics is a paper in management department. So statistics forms the fundamental thing, and statistical inferences play an important role. So this subject can be, see, this is designed from an arts and science perspective. You can apply it to your engineering perspective. So this subject can be applied in these arts and science subjects. Internet of Things, sensors are used for environmental, like climate management and so on. So environmental science, physics, medical physics, nanotechnology, electronics and instrumentation, and computer science. Internet of Things and its application can be brought as a paper. Augmented reality is used in textile design and in gamification in education. So this can be applied in chemistry, textiles, communication and media studies, education technology, education and computer science. Artificial intelligence is needed by all the departments. Robotic process automation, please note down the name Mr. Basava Darsan. Robotics process automation has nothing to do with the hardware robot. It is software process automation. Say I want to do some climate analysis. I go to your website, collect some data, pull it down, put it into my Excel. I go to a database, pick up some meteorological data, and I do some analysis and so on. So the entire process of collection of data processing may be automated using software tools. The software that is used for robotic process automation is UiPath. Please note down UiPath. Mr. Basava Darsan is the key person who will help you in signing an MOU with your organization, and you can introduce robotic process automation to your students. They give you the free software UiPath, 30 licenses. Each license costs 3 lakhs rupees. So a 90 lakhs worth of software is given free, and 3 of your faculty members, minimum 3, maximum any number, can be trained on UiPath for 5 days. In 5 days, they will train you on how to use the software. These faculty in turn can train the students, and the complete training material is available online in a nice LMS system. I have attended the training program. It's very good, RPA. Okay, please make use of it. Why I'm saying this is when I signed and when we arranged for signing an MOU during the pandemic period, within a day or two, our Vice Chancellor agreed, because we were sitting apart in pandemic, and we signed digitally. And we signed not only for the university, we have 133 affiliated colleges. One college, PSGR Krishnamurti College, which made use of this opportunity, trained their 30 commerce student on RPA. Okay, commerce and management student. This RPA is available as Introduction to RPA and Programming, Design and Development of RPA, that is for computer science students, and RPA applications for management and commerce students. So this RPA, when it was learned by commerce students, 30 of them were observed by Ernst & Young for financial services automation. So the job market is very good for RPA. It will be there for the next decade. So try to introduce RPA as an add-on course or a skill development course. Get in touch with UiPath. If you need the email ID and the contact number of Mr. Basava Darsan of Bangalore, just write an email. I'll immediately help you out. Okay. Now, when I look at undergraduation, commerce and management, in the curriculum, I can bring in Industry 4.0 as a 4-credit course. I can bring in introduction to databases, data manipulation using SQL as a practical course for in the second semester. See, this is just a idea. You can modify as per your wish. Big data analytics as a theory course in the second semester. Data analytics using R. Artificial intelligence as a 4-credit course in the third semester. Robotic process automation UiPath as an elective for 4 credits. Advanced data analytics using R. Sentiment analysis, Android programming. We do not do only the recommendation, we give you the syllabus also, sample syllabus and the relevant books also. So this is PG Commerce and Management, Advanced Data Analytics using R, Sentiment Analytics, Programming Essentials for Data Analytics, and so on. Look at for social science, sociology, social work, psychology, and women's studies, we can introduce Industry 4.0, text analytics. Text analytics will be useful for English department also. And robotic process automation. The name is robot, but it is nothing to do with hardware, it is software. Students will learn it very interestingly. Data manipulation using Excel, data analytics using R. Okay, for linguistics and English, text analytics plays an important role. Sentiment analysis plays an important role. For physics and chemistry, IoT, Internet of Things, can be introduced. Applied machine learning, robotic process automation, augmented reality can be introduced for chemistry. Python programming plays a very important role in data analytics and artificial intelligence. For botany, zoology, and textiles, we can come out with big data analytics for life sciences, a separate course, genomic data analytics using R programming, and augmented reality. For environmental science, human genetics, bioinformatics, Python programming, artificial intelligence, big data analytics, genomic data analytics using R programming, Internet of Things, applied machine learning using Python, and IoT lab. See, we are conducting MSc Data Analytics right from 2016 onwards. In 2018, casually, I asked one student who came all the way from Canada, an Indian student, but her husband is working in Canada. Her husband sent her to this place to study MSc Data Analytics. I just asked her when she was leaving, how did you find the course? What is your feedback? You know what she said? Madam, you have conducted a training program for 7 days on IoT. In those days, in 2018, we didn't have the subject IoT. We came across a company called Easy Design Systems and Twiltrack Technologies, where they are training the students on IoT. You know, we just invited them to train our teachers and scholars. In turn, the teachers trained the students. But before that, we arranged for a 7 days of training program on IoT, and we have to pay a fee to the industrial experts. So we were charging 1,000 rupees for 7 days. For 7 days, it is totally 1,000 rupees only. There were few students from MSc Data Analytics who paid 1,000 rupees and attended the program. Those 7 students who paid 1,000 rupees and attended the program were absorbed by a Trivandrum-based data analytics like industry for a job of 7.5 lakhs per annum in 2018. So that is the strength of IoT for data analytics. Till that time, we didn't realize the value of IoT. So immediately in the next semester, we introduced IoT as an elective paper for MSc Data Analytics, as a core paper for data analytics and as an elective paper for MCA. And we are happily running IoT course in our campus. It is very, very useful for the students to fetch a job when they do with data analytics and data processing. Okay, this is for mathematics. Mathematics forms the base for machine learning. So applied machine learning using Python as an elective for mathematics and applied mathematics and statistics, artificial intelligence, data analytics using R, programming essentials for data analytics are the courses that can be introduced for this. Okay, and please see this web link www.b-u.ac.in/I4E for further details. Detailed syllabus for individual course is given. There is a, I think, 20-page document titled Curriculum 4.0. Whatever courses that I said, for each course, the detailed syllabus along with the books are given. There are courses where you can choose the units and frame the syllabus as per your need. Word file link is given so that you can download and use it. See, this is the website. That's /I4E, www.b-u.ac.in/I4E. See, these first 4 will be about the order form for these books. Ignore them. Just next 4 will give you a complimentary copy or a promotion copy of the books with 1 chapters in each, which will talk about the fundamentals, which will be useful. You can use it free. And this AIU is Association of Indian Universities Disruptive Reforms article by our Honorable Vice Chancellor. See, here is the interesting point. Curriculum 4.0 for incorporating Industry 4.0 tools in higher education. The Word format and PDF format are given. Okay. Click on the second one. It will give you 20 pages of detailed syllabus of how you can incorporate these things into your education. This is the website. Please note down and have a look at it. These are the books that are available. The interesting part of this book is, see, computer science teachers will write the books on artificial intelligence and big data from a technology perspective. But here we have written for application of big data in hospitals, application of big data in hotels, application of big data in marketing. Okay, fintech application in the 5th book. There is a chapter on fintech by our commerce professor, Dr. Sumati. So, application of artificial intelligence in education. So, the applications are very nicely narrated by the people who use it. Say, for example, IoT, how it is used in insurance industry, Virtusa. You know, the driver's behavior is analyzed using sensors fitted within the car. Based on his behavior, the insurance will be given for the owner of the car or the driver of the car. Got my point? So it is behavioral analysis using IoT for insurance sector. Okay, very interesting applications are listed. Go through you just go to Google, type one of the keywords, say artificial intelligence, comma, P. Kaliraj, the first editor name, or big data, comma, P. Kaliraj. You will get the contents of the book. It's very interesting to see how it covers it gives the fundamentals on the topic, and then software tool on the topic, and then applications, some 10 or 15 applications in that topic to understand it. Best wishes for regional capabilities to reach global. And please note down my email ID for any query. It may be simple to big. Please feel free to reach out. tdevi@buc.edu.in, and another personal mail ID, tdevi5@gmail.com. tdevi digit 5@gmail.com. If possible, I'll just show you one syllabus alone. See, these books, because they cost heavily, they are trying to come out with a like a lowest fees for Sri Lanka, India, and Indonesia. Like every book is going to cost only 1,000 rupees. That will be released within another 1 month. When that comes, I'll send you the details. 1 second. Portion of the screen, content from second camera. I want to open up a website and show it to you. Amma Shanti irkingalla? Shanti, are you there?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am, I'm here, ma'am.
Amma, on the www.b-u.ac.in/I4E, please go, ma. I'll ask you to click something. We will show something to the participants, please, ma. Only one file I want.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, you.
Type and
Yes, ma'am. I'm sharing my screen.
நான் ஏதோ ஷேர் பண்ண பார்க்கறேன் போல இருக்கு. Yeah.
Is it visible?
Not yet, ma'am. Not the screen. இல்ல, ma'am. Yeah, it's visible, ma'am. Yes, Shanti, it's visible.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Go down and click on curriculum 4.0, ma'am.
Correct.
And the second serial
Yes,
number
ma'am.
2.
A PDF?
Yeah. Yeah, PDF. Great, ma. Okay, you can slowly go down, ma. Actually, curriculum 4.0, this is a bonus for the participants. As you see, this is a chapter that is going to come out in the 5th book, which is going to be released on 27th. Page down, ma. Keep going, ma. Come to some page where there are syllabuses. Skip all this, some 10 pages. Ma. All the tools are very well explained here. There are, see, page up, ma. Page up. Page up. See, as you see here, yeah, stop. One level below, ma. See, page up, ma. Correct. You have come to the right place. There are commerce and management teachers here. See, it is the right time that we initiate UG and PG programs in augmented reality and so on. You can see BCom Finance Analytics. Page up, ma. Please, ma. Page up. Up, ma. Little bit. Yes. See, these are the undergraduate programs which are newly introduced: BSc Data Analytics, BSc Cybersecurity, BBM Learning Management, BBA Learning Management, MSc Data Analytics, MBA Learning Management, MBA. Last week I saw in NUS, National University of Singapore, they have introduced MSc Industry 4.0. MCOM Finance Analytics, MCOM Business Analytics, MCOM Cloud Commerce. Okay, page down, ma. Come to a page where there are syllabus. And see, I gave you only few examples on the courses, but here there are n number of courses that are listed. Each one is a subject. Data analytics for social science, opinion mining for marketing, clinical data analysis, sports analytics under big data analytics. So this list various courses that can be introduced. Come to the next. Or a long syllabus வர மாதிரி இருக்கும்மா. Unit 1, Unit 2. போயிடுங்க. Skip this, ma. Skip all the tables. Ma. This we have covered in detail. Yeah. Yes, ma. Page up, ma. Little bit. See, this is a simple syllabus on Introduction to Industry 4.0. It lists the objectives. Unit 1 on Introduction to Industry 4.0. Unit 2 on Artificial Intelligence. Unit 3 on Big Data and IoT. Page down now. Page down. Unit 4 on Application and Tools of Industry. Unit 5 on Jobs to the. So this is totally a 37 pages document. The remaining 20 pages, you can skip down now. Yeah, the remaining 20 pages are detailed syllabus on various subjects, say R programming for social science, AI and robotic process automation for biological science. So it cuts across it gives a general guidelines on how to frame new courses in Industry 4.0, page 7. There is an annexure and design thinking course and quantum computing course is also there. A small syllabus. Page down. Page down. Down. Other side. Yes. Next page. See, in appendix, Big Data Analytics, there is another 13 pages of detailed syllabus which you can download from Bharatiya University website and you can go through. If you need any help further on this, I'm available. Just an email away. If you want, please note down my mobile number 979 000 4351. 979 000 4351. Last page, Gwangama. I wanted to acknowledge my teachers. Last page. Critical thinking, quantum computing, cyber security, page down. Last page, tabulation. Here there is a tabulation of teachers who work towards this. Dr. T. Devi, myself, and my contact number is that. Dr. Punita Valli, who has given the curriculum for cyber security. Dr. Amuda, who is an expert in IoT and artificial intelligence. Dr. J. Satish Kumar, he is an expert in image processing, AI and IoT. Dr. Bhuvaneshwari is a great expert in big data and data analytics. Dr. R. Rajeshwari is an expert in deep learning and IoT. Dr. Sarala, who is an expert in software automation, like software testing and so on. This is the team from Department of Computer Applications from Bharatiya University. The entire work has been done under the leadership of the then Vice Chancellor, Professor P. Kaliraj Sir, who initiated just by the word, why don't you write a book, in 2020 January. And in 2 years, we could achieve 5 books. And 2 more books are in the pipeline on skill development. Thank you very much. Now, the next 10 minutes, you can ask the questions. There is an interesting question. Right courses are good for universities, but do you think it is applicable for a college which is remote for their access, ma'am? This is from Yuvraj Raghunath Singh. Yes, sir. The right courses are good for universities. Do you think it is applicable for a college which is remote for their access, ma'am? Actually, the introduction of Industry 4.0 depends on the attitude of the management and the teachers. If there is a good teacher with the right attitude, and if there is a good management to support the teacher to take things forward, nowadays the remote things doesn't matter. There is a school during pandemic, when you look at how the teachers use the technology, they used to hang the mobile phone with a thread, and the teacher will move his hand and body to express the subject to the student and so on. Okay, with the kind of technology, the advantage of internet is the richness and the reachability. It has rich information and knowledge, and the reachability using internet to any corner of the world is very, very easy. So it is applicable for a college and a school. If you look at the 9th standard book in CBSE, the artificial intelligence book in 9th standard CBSE is too good. So it is all in the entire system and the governance and the management and the stakeholders. Nowadays, technology is a big tool which can reach any remote area. It is all in the mindset. Because when our Vice Chancellor asked, why don't you write a book? I never thought, I had a dream of writing a book on database management and even on data analytics using Excel. I tried, I wrote 200 pages, kept it away. But when he asked, I thought with my kind of workload, looking after a department with 500 students, 3 programs, introduced MSc cybersecurity, how am I going to? But with the kind of drive and the motivation and the sensitization and the kind of support, motivating every teacher to come out every chapter is an outcome of the practitioner of that tool. Like big data means Bhuvaneshwari has spent day and night in learning 10 certificate programs from IBM and Coursera on data analytics and data analytics frameworks. So she is writing a chapter on big data analytics framework, big data frameworks. It comes out of her research. It comes out of her 10 years of hard work. And a chapter from Vechusa, vice president. Okay, it is out of her 15 years of experience in that insurance company. And KMCH is a very popular hospital here. The owner of the hospital has written on how data analytics will be useful to analyze diabetics. So it is all in the mindset. Feel free to ask questions. How to equip? Yeah, there are so many questions. Is that PDF version of Industry 4.0 available online? PDF version of what? The slides or the books? What are you talking about? Who is this from? Sumati Tangavelu. Please type your question clearly. As per your expectation, the future world is moving towards AI, IoT. But more and more, if you depend on machine, how can we provide job like developing and underdeveloping countries, madam? More and more, if you depend on machine, when the world is moving towards machine, automatically we have to move towards that. Suppose if we sit idle and see, I will repeat the words of Mr. Chowdhury, who is a conferred IAS, who has motivated us to start MSc Cybersecurity. He said, if you universities do not run according to the speed of the technological advancements, all our universities will become ghost university. See, we have, I talked about only up to 2030. We have read an article on India 2047. Okay. In 2047, okay, there won't be any, it will be floating universities. Suppose if a student wants to study about water technology, he will be floating in a ship and he will be having the gadgets which will choose the lessons for him to read. His gadgets will decide and schedule his day-to-day activities and so on. This is the future world in 2047. So nowadays itself, students learn from YouTube lot of things and they come ready for the class. What extra can we give? That should be our job as teachers. So like it is developing or underdeveloping, that doesn't matter. It is going to move like something. India 2047 is going to rule the world. That is the dream in Dakshashila report. That is the prediction, because more young working force will be available in our country. How to equip the knowledge of teachers with current evolution in the very good question. This is from Ms. L. Vidyarani. How to equip the knowledge of teachers? I really clap for this question. See, as a teacher, one of my teachers in the class, she used to teach data mining, and then she will say, first step is to model the data, entity relationship diagram, entities, attributes, how are they related? She will say, okay, we are in Bharatiyar University. From Bharatiyar University till Vadavalli, there is a place called Vadavalli. It is of 3 kilometers. Within these 3 kilometers, there are so many medical shops. There are so many grocery stores. There are superstores, and there are mechanic shops, and there is a vegetable agri products that are sold by the government. like a market, okay, vegetable, big market. She will say, go as students, you form a team, 3 members in a team, go and study what are the entities, what are the attributes in a medical shop, what are the attributes in that vegetable market, and take a 3 rupees chart paper, white or yellow or blue chart paper, list down the entities, list down the attributes, draw the diagram. The students will draw, bring it to her. She will correct it. They will redraw until all the 7 teams will come out with good diagrams. So one will be on the pharma medical shop, another one will be on the marketing superstore, another one will be on the vegetable market. All these diagrams will be pasted on the walls. Other teachers who don't go to the class, we learn from those charts. So one team doing one application, the 40 students or 30 students in the class will learn 7 different applications from the charts. The teacher should have like a fire in the belly and a thirst for knowledge. Thirst for knowledge. I attended a seminar in a PSG College of Technology in 2012. Whenever I attend anything, I take notes and come back and call my teachers and share it. So I shared whatever happened in the seminar, and I told for the next 2 decades, it's going to be big data and data analytics. There are good teachers who are good at database management system teaching in the department. 1 or 2 of them picked up and they spent their nights in learning IBM big data courses and Coursera data analytics programs. And not only they learned, they motivated the final year MCA students and MPhil scholars to equip themselves with these certificates. And there were 10 people in our department in 2015 ready to teach big data analytics. That is where we started MSc data analytics. So the teachers should look around for industrial experts and for the materials, and they should spend at least 1 hour early in the morning to read something new. This is how we as teachers can equip ourselves. How can industrialists be brought into the umbrella of curriculum development? Very good question, Dr. R. Saravanamurthy. In Bharatiya University, every board of studies has 2 to 3 industrial experts. We pick up the industrial experts from research and development department of the organization, product development wing of the organization. So we send the curriculum to the industrial experts before they come for the meeting. They prepare and come, and we sincerely take the inputs from them. There are 39 departments. We have 147 industrial experts in our board of studies who really help us in the curriculum development. How good the most of the Indian universities are ready to implement Industry 4.0 syllabus. This is from Dr. Malatesh Akur. Actually, without knowing the word Industry 4.0, way back in 2016, Bharatiya University is the first university to start MSc Data Analytics. Before 2 years, we started MSc Cybersecurity. Without knowing its name, most of the engineering colleges have introduced IoT, robotics, artificial intelligence into their syllabus. Now, the trend is not only the technology or the computer science students need to learn this, even other students like biological students, biotechnology students, environmental management students, commerce students need to know how about these technologies, then only they can survive in the future industry. How good it is already started. Very nice and innovative ideas are executed by you, ma'am. Implementation of these are followed by the colleges. How can be supervised? Because most of the colleges are not concentrated in practical experiments. Actually, as I said, UiPath, robotic process automation, we just signed an MOU and introduced. Some 3 of the colleges picked up and the students are really getting trained. It is not only you just give the best idea to the secretaries of the college, principals of the college, and then they what we did was we took up one coordinator from every college, mostly from computer science discipline, as the coordinator for Industry 4.0. So from university, we addressed the coordinators, and our vice chancellor addressed the principals and the secretaries and sensitized them about the importance of Industry 4.0. Whenever we say that this is going to be the future, if we do this only, the students will be benefited. The colleges were very happy to introduce them. And if you look at our government, state government of Tamil Nadu, they have started a scheme called Non Mudalvan, where they are introducing skill-based courses. In commerce discipline, these are the skill-based courses, like digital marketing should be introduced to the students, and so on. Like that, for every discipline, they have listed the skill-based courses. The state government has tied up with the 40 industries. They have signed the MOU and they are giving it for free, the online certification program on these Industry 4.0 skills already. Tamil Nadu government has started 2 months ago. Can non-computer science technology faculty be trained on the emerging developing area? Is it possible for BU to support in the training of teachers? Yes, Mr. Venkatachalapati sir, we are ready to extend the training to the other colleges also. We will, please send us the request. We will plan and we will prepare accordingly, and we will surely do it. We are looking forward for that. Informative and eye-opener session. Thank you and big applause for you and your team. I agree. We should be ready for, but the challenge is with the resource person who can guide student, how can we fill that gap? How can we as commerce faculty equip ourselves for future industry needs? See, as commerce faculty, you need not get into the too technical things of it. Whereas you can look at the application of that technology into finance, application of that technology into marketing, and you can look at it. Say cloud commerce, how it is useful in improving the commerce of an organization, and like how data analytics will be useful in analyzing the markets of products and so on. So when we talk about technology, we will say Hadoop, Hive, and Hi-Fi terms for big data, whereas you can use simple Excel tool and we can teach you how to do data analytics and so on. Like Ms. Deepika, please type your question once again in my mail. I'll take a one-on-one session with you because it is such an interesting question. And in our university, we have introduced MCOM, finance with computer applications, FinTechnology. What are facility upgradation needed to teach these advanced courses? Yes, we have to have the lab infrastructure ready, like say UiPath, the software has to be installed and robotic process automation can be taught. Augmented reality, we are trying to set up the lab. IoT, with a cost of 3 to 4 lakhs, we can set up the Internet of Things lab with all the sensors and Arduino kits. Book, ma'am, Introduction to Industry 4.0. Sir, please go to b-u.ac.in/I4E, and that will give you the list of books, or shoot me a mail, I'll send it to you, the details. Could you elaborate on the text analytics for PG English literature students, please? Text analytics, sir, like, we have Grammarly. By running this software, you can analyze whether the sentences given in a Word document follows correct grammar or not. Given a biodata, we can easily pick up his skill set and area and match with the organization. This is possible through text analytics. They analyze the text in a document and using the stem word, the root word from the main word, from the word, you can analyze the entire document. That is a very interesting area. I can talk about, I can give you a special lecture on text analytics. Venkachalam, grouping of our publications based on text analytics is possible. And looking at the social media, many people give lot of advices on diabetics, how to take care of diabetics patient, what to eat, what not to eat. So you can browse through the internet, collect those social media pages, and you can analyze the text and group them. Can non-computer science technology be trained on the emerging developing areas if possible? Yes, we can. On the applications of Industry 4.0 in various streams we can do. As a commerce teacher, understand the big data analysis or data mining. Yes, applications of data mining and big data analytics in commerce, in financial services, and in marketing can be understood by a commerce teacher. What will be the difference between Industry 4.0 and Industry 5.0? Very interesting question. Industry 4.0 is about digital technology for automation and smart factories. Industry 5.0 is about quantum computing, where human and machine will be made to interact easily. Industry 5.0 is about quantum computing, where instead of storing 0 or 1, a single bit, a quad will be, you are from PSG or Krishnamal College, Nityakala. So Industry 5.0 deals about quantum computing, which will be faster computers, and where machine and humans will interact as if two humans are interacting. Is it needed to adopt competencies between the integration of education? Is it needed? Yes. Industry 4.0, now Education 4.0. When Industry 4.0 tools are applied to education, it becomes Education 4.0. If we don't adapt with the technology, then we will be like left out. Should be revising every year. Yes, in Bharatiya University, we are revising the syllabus every year through Board of Studies meeting and through Standing Committee on Academic Affairs. Will the course have validity? Because we involve industry experts, their inputs are taken, like IoT course. Because of that course, our data and IoT. Using the sensors, data gets captured. So it was very useful. The course have validity and identity among the industry. Yes. Feedback form is really important for 4-year UG program, skill-based, and does it require revision every year? Anonymous attendee, I don't answer anonymous attendee. BOS should be revising every year. Please send the feedback link.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm Chaitra, management faculty from Bangalore. Thank you so much for your patient listening. Feel free to contact me over phone or over email. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I would like to take this opportunity to express my sincere thanks to our honorable speaker, Professor Dr. Devi Madam. Madam has shared her knowledge and expertise, and it has been a high-opening session to equip ourselves for Industry 4.0. She pointed out the importance of IoT and cloud technology, which brings a lot of improvement in people's life all over the world, not only just the urban area, but also the rural community. It was an excellent and helpful session for all teachers, exploring all the first-hand valuable information needed for designing the curriculum. Our special thanks to Dr. Shashilata, Dean Academics of Hamet, who made this training program possible. Thank you, ma'am. It was a wonderful experience here.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you, Ms. Shanti. And
Thank you,
special thanks goes to Dr. Shashilata and the Vice Chancellor. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all. Thank you.
Good night, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.